Hi people, it's the Employed Moth here. Well, this is my first video that I'll be putting onto YouTube, and it is my entrance into speech or videos, some kind of digital vlog that I'll be doing. I'm not really used to talking into a microphone, or in this case my phone, or making videos at all, so it's a slow start and it'll be practice over time and I'll get better at it. But this is more of an introduction video for the fans that I do have, or not really fans, it's a weird word to use, but maybe just the people who have been looking at my Instagram posts or my Reddit posts, or those people who have found me on my Wix site, or Lulu Publishing. Bit of a tongue twister. To introduce myself, I live in Perth, Western Australia. I'm 29 years old. I'm a high school teacher, and I'm also studying psychology part-time. I have an interest in these types of things. I have an interest in philosophy as well, of course. Psychology and philosophy can go hand in hand, as well as science, as well as spirituality, as well as any type of religion. I think that all these things are very important when you are developing an idea of the world that you want to be complete, you want it to be right for you, and you want to resonate. You'll resonate with certain ideas, let's say, that other people may not, and it's all due to your past experiences and what you've learned in the past and what you've experienced help push you into the future, and whatever you experience can open doors for you and you continue adding to it. And over time, you develop your worldview. And that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm not just developing ideas to put out there for the sake of it. This is also a process of putting down my ideas and making them concrete as well, and working with them, seeing other people's opinions and what other people have to add. And it offers a bit of a drive to personal study. So, personal study is great and all, but sometimes it doesn't have direction. And for 5 to 10 years, I didn't have much direction in my own personal study. I kind of studied this, read a book here and there. But what happened was, roughly a year ago, I was on a holiday and I hiked up a mountain, and for some reason during that day, I was in the marketplace and I saw a little notepad and I just thought I'd buy it and make a few, like a journal on the holiday. And I hiked up the mountain and I put it in my bag that day with the intention of writing at the top of the mountain. And that's kind of when the Employed Moth was born, the idea of the Employed Moth. And the idea is that we're very much like moths, human beings, where we fly towards bright lights, just like moths do. We're attracted to the illusions. We're attracted to all the exciting and the distracting things that society will offer us. Because moths believe that lights are actually the moon. So they use the moon to navigate. So when they see a light, they like to fly in that direction. Well, that's what I've heard anyway. So the same happens with us. As the light is the illusion to the moth, all of our worldly distractions are the illusions to what truly matters. And what truly matters you can interpret for yourself. However, in my interpretation, what truly matters is developing a worldview that we can align with. People like to talk about the pure consciousness, or the bigger self, or the internal self being the only thing that truly matters. And that's fair enough, they can have those beliefs, but my belief is that enlightenment is a state of mind, that it is not some kind of spiritual destiny of some sort, that I don't believe in reincarnation, and that if you reach enlightenment you won't be reincarnated or anything like that. I believe in developing a worldview that works for you and that you can be happy with, something objective and tangible. So for me, there's a lot of distractions, just like moths have, that distract us from finding that worldview. And we fly towards them just like moths do. And the only difference is that we go to the job that we have to work every single day, and moths don't. So that's how I came up with the Employed Moth. I came up with that idea on the top of the mountain I hiked. And that's really how it all started, at the top of the mountain. I had the kind of epiphany, as you all do on your holidays, where all of your current attachments in your day-to-day life get stripped away. And you can become a different person on the holiday. And you really go because of the experience that you get. And you come back different. And on this holiday, I was obviously breaking down a lot of the ego attachments that I had. Work, friends, family, anything I'm associated with, really. And the idea came to me, the epiphany, that I need to start doing something with all the research that I'm doing. Around that time, it was July that year, and I had already read, 15 or so books that year. And for the last couple of years, I've been averaging 30 books a year or more. I've been doing a lot of research online, reading essays online and blog posts and YouTube videos. So all this research has been happening for roughly the last 10 years to get me where I'm up to now. A bit under 10 years, to be honest. So I decided to start writing it down, writing some ideas down in very basic meme posts for Instagram. Then I started doing some blogs on my personal site, and I finished off writing a book that I started in 2015 as well, which is available on my Lulu publishing site. And all of this came about because when I was hiking that mountain, I realised that I need to start putting it out there now for me. Yes, for other people as well. I get great pleasure from looking at some of the Reddit posts I get of people acknowledging and complimenting my writing, and obviously the Instagram as well. But it's also for me as well to get this stuff out. And kind of like an image that I have in my head is whenever I research something, I fill the top of a jug of water, let's say, and at the bottom of the water is a little tap which releases it, and that jug can get overfilled. And when it overfills, it starts being wasted. The water starts being wasted. But when we release, the little nozzle at the bottom of the jug, the water comes out and you can pour new water in there. Because water that just stays in a jug eventually goes stale. Any kind of knowledge that you learn is of course beneficial, but we need to use it in some kind of way. So for me, using it means putting it into an art form, putting it into a creative kind of purpose. If I help people, great. But we all need an outlet, and this is just one of my outlets. That's just my kind of like little backstory and a few interpretations I have on worldviews and being creative and having some kind of practice. I think it's important when people from the past, people I've looked up to, like the ancient Greek philosophers, any type of Chinese philosopher that we've got over the years, from Lao Tzu to Confucius, any type of philosopher from the Western world, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, of course, Hegel, any type of spiritual philosopher. One of my favourites is Jiddu Krishnamurti, of course. Osho's great as well. Any type of psychologist that you might read as well. All these people didn't have to put their ideas out, yet they did. And we all read them and we learn from them still. So this is just me doing my best to achieve the practice that, my heroes once did. If it's right or if it's wrong, it is what it is. Some of my heroes have been proven wrong by current technology and neuroscience and everything else. I still think there's some merit in folk psychology and any type of philosophy that comes from experience, witness, any type of external noticing of a phenomenon. I do believe science comes into it as well, but anyway, I'm digressing. But this is just an introduction. So if you watched the video, thank you for watching my first introductory video. No visuals yet. We'll see in the future, we'll see. And I appreciate the support because, I'm just a small-time dude trying to do it. See you later. All the best.